Right now, step 2 in the Empire's playbook in responding to resistance is control the story. Now, this is really important when addressing resistance because when you are able to control the narrative and paint resistance fighters as something negative, you also control people's response or people's perception on how you respond to this resistance, okay? So this is a really imperative part of the Empire's playbook. The British did this to the Indians back in 1857. They used to call the Indians who rebelled against British forces bloodthirsty natives or mutineers or whatever, like just all these names, trying to control the narrative and paint rebellion against immoral and unjust rule over a territory that doesn't belong to them as, just pure violence and unprovoked violence. And that's a big part of controlling the narrative, right? It's just like making people think that, oh, these fighters are just coming out of nowhere and just fighting for no reason because they're inherently violent. So we're actually doing the right thing by fighting against them and causing harm to millions of people because these people are just savages. That is how they control the narrative, and that is what they do to, again, make it seem like what they're doing is okay and also avoid any criticism for their response, which is usually extremely catastrophic. We saw this with the French, again, with the Algerians. They were calling Algerian fighters as uncivilized. Meanwhile, the French were literally torturing people in detention camps. Like, who is the uncivilized person there? And don't even get me started on how the Western media is covering what's happening in Palestine, in Myanmar, or in Kashmir. All these people who are fighting against ethnic cleansing and occupation are labeled as just uncivilized. The only thing that's really uncivilized is the ethnic cleansing and the occupations themselves.